Old Spice Gentleman's Body Wash. Full of vitamin
B3, B3.
I'm your mother's friend with benefits.
Benefits?
Benefits.
Benefits?
Benefits.
Yeah, benefits.
With the Credit One Bank X5 card, you
Alright, when I was a kid, riding bikes was a big deal. Everybody in the neighborhood had a bike. Now me personally, I had a mountain bike. But not just any mountain bike, it was a big-ass mountain bike. Shit looked like it was made for a 6'5" lumberjack. Like the size of the kickstand. I have to use a trampoline just to get on the damn thing. Now, most of my friends had BMX bikes. They all thought they were pretty sweet because their bikes had pegs on them. David, your ass can't even bunny hop. What do you think, you're Matt Hoffman? Is your ass gonna grind down some handrails or something? Then we had my friend Michael, who had the shittiest bike I ever seen in my life. He's over there rolling around on a bike from the 1920s. Who wants to get their ass beat in a race? Michael, nobody's gonna race you with your stupid-ass Charlie Chaplin bike. Now, the four of us would ride around our neighborhood pretty much all summer long. To us, we were like a shitty little biker gang. Hey, we're like a bunch of bikers. How about you guys call me Tomahawk? Michael, I'd rather shit broken glass than call you Tomahawk, you know that? Well, shouldn't we have like a name or something for our bike gang? Yeah, let's be called something tough, like the Scorpions. How about the Panda Bears? Yeah, Michael, let's be the Panda Bears. We'll get some leather jackets made and everything. Sounds real intimidating, doesn't it? Hey, what are you guys, the Hells Angels? Yeah, that sounds pretty gay. We're the Panda Bears. We'd be riding around the neighborhood. We got our fake tattoos and our candy cigarettes. Dave's over there wearing some broken sunglasses he found in the street. We would see who could make the longest skid mark in Michael's driveway. There'd be dozens of black marks all over the place. Michael's stepdad would come out. What the hell are you guys doing to the driveway? God damn it, Michael, you're getting 10 across the ass. We'd have all the chicks in the neighborhood checking out our sweet bikes. Yeah, there's 21 gears on this bad boy, and I have no idea how they work. Yeah, I'm practically in the X Games. One time I grinded on the Great Wall of China. Last summer, my stepdad found this bike in a river. We'd set up a little ramp in the street so we could soar a whole 3 feet into the sky. Michael would try to go off the ramp with his shitty little bike. Goddamn thing would explode on impact. Like a whole summer, Michael didn't have a bike, so he had to ride on David's pegs. Well, riding on pegs is like sitting on the bitch seat in the biker world. Nobody wants to do that. All right, we're going to the park. Get on the pegs, Michael, you're riding bitch. I don't want to ride bitch. Get on the goddamn pegs, Michael. You're riding bitch and you will like it. After a while, he started using his sister's pink Barbie bike. The thing had like one training wheel on it and shit. We didn't want to be seen in public with him, so we'd like ride like an extra 50 feet ahead of him. Just pretend we didn't know who the hell he was. Hey guys, wait for me. Why is that retarded kid on that Barbie bike following us? I have no idea. Now, on one particular day, we were out on the street and we were racing each other. And one of our friends, Tommy, shows up on his bike and he's with this kid, Jonathan. Now, we didn't like Jonathan that much because he's an asshole. There's no other way to put it. He was just kind of a dick. And Tommy just hung out with him because he had a Sony PlayStation, which made sense to us. What are you guys doing? Are you guys like a bike gang or something? Yeah, we're the Panda Bears. Wow, that sounds pretty gay. We're the Scorpions. God damn it, Michael, I told you Scorpions was a better name. So you guys like want to race or something? All right, we'll do a 1-versus-1 race. Down to the end of the street and back. Who's gonna go first on your team? Wait a minute, Michael, what the hell are you doing on their side? My name's not Michael, it's Tomahawk. God damn it, Michael, get over here on our side. No, I'm changing teams. Jonathan said I could play his PlayStation. Oh, you're such a hooker, Michael. God damn it. All right, somebody help me on my bike. Michael, I am kicking your ass. Get on your stupid Barbie Dreamhouse bike. Let's race. Thank you for joining us at 13 o'clock news. This just in, there's a drag race happening on Burton Avenue. We have Dan Peterson at the scene. Dan, what do you have for us? Well, Tom, it looks like it's the Pandas versus the Scorpions. It's like some kind of shitty West Side Story out here. That sounds astounding, Dan. Can you tell me who the competitors are? Well, Tom, it looks like a toddler on a giant bicycle versus a transvestite on a Barbie bike. So we start racing, and we are flying down the street. I'm changing gears all willy-nilly. Michael's pedaling that little Barbie bike like he just robbed a liquor store. But the thing is that this little girl bike was never meant to go over 9 miles an hour. Michael's flying down the road. Well, imagine his surprise when the chain pops and he goes soaring through the air and cracks his face on the pavement. So I see this happen, and I do what anybody would do. I keep on fucking going. We're in the middle of a goddamn race. Michael's ass could have been shot by a rifle, and I wouldn't even have stopped for a second. He's on the ground. There's blood all over the place. He's crying. I get back to everybody else and I'm like, yeah, you guys can suck it. This is Panda property. Bamboo Boys for life. Where's Michael at? Well, that is a good question, isn't it, Jonathan? Where is little Tomahawk after all? I'll tell you where he's at. He's limping his jacked up Barbie bike back home. That's where he's at. He's still got tears in his eyes. His face is all bloody and shit. God damn it, Michael, what did you do to your sister's bike? Now you're getting 20 across the ass.
BruceDude.com.
No time to slow down. Get 10 grams of complete protein with new GoGo Dairy Protein.
All right, now when I was a kid, I played a lot of baseball. And for the most part, every team that I've been a part of has been terrible. But all that changed when I played for a team called the Trojans in middle school. You see, in middle school, it's a big difference playing baseball. You're older now, and your coaches don't have to be nice to you all the time. This wasn't T-ball where your coach gives you praise no matter what you do. Oh, you did so great, little Billy. Even though you were digging in your ass crack half the time in the outfield, you get a juice box. Way to go, champ. No, it's not like that. All of a sudden, I'm 12 years old, and my coach is some 44-year-old man who smokes cigarettes and calls me an asshole when I get thrown out stealing second. Now, this guy was just an angry man in general. I'm not sure what his home life was like, but it probably consisted of a lot of divorce and a lot of lonely nights eating Hungry Man TV dinners. But he taught us baseball in a very simple but effective way. If you missed a grounder, you had to run a lap. If you struck out, you had to run a lap. If you forgot to wear your jockstrap, well, guess what? Your ass is running a lap. And you don't want to forget your jockstrap, let me tell you. You guys need to protect your nuts, you hear me? You guys field more ground balls with your crotch than you do with your goddamn glove. Sometimes he'd even have a kid go around with a baseball bat, tap everybody in the crotch just to make sure you were wearing a cup. Now, we had some classy individuals on our team, let me tell you. There was our catcher, Adam, who had a big-ass retainer in his mouth. Nobody could understand what the hell he was saying. Say, everybody, what's going on? What did he say? I don't know. I think he's speaking fucking Portuguese or something. You had our first baseman, Mark, who our coach hated because he could never remember any of the signals when he was at bat. Our coach would be at third base giving him signs. Mark would be standing there all perplexed. What the hell's he doing, the Macarena? What do you want me to do, coach?
God damn it, Mark, bunt! I want you to bunt, you dense bastard!
And then you had Dennis. And Dennis had it the worst because Dennis was the coach's kid. No matter what Dennis did, it was never good enough. Jesus Christ, Dennis, you're swinging the bat like a goddamn golden girl. It's no wonder why your mother left us. Holy hell. But even if we were incompetent, our psychopath coach would always find us a way to win our games. He'd pull us aside in the dugout. All right, we're down 3 runs. You guys are forgetting that baseball is a mental game. Here, watch this. Hey, pitcher, the hospital just called. Your grandma just broke her hip trying to wipe her ass. She's in critical condition. Oh, no, not me, Ma. See, now his head's all screwed up. He can't even focus on pitching now. Oh, my God, my Meemaw's in trouble. He'd have Adam talk to the batters while they're trying to hit. Say batter, batter. Say batter, batter. Swing, batter. Why the fuck's this guy keep speaking Portuguese? Strike 3. But of course, the other teams we play against would talk some shit, too. I mean, our team name was the Trojans, for Christ's sake. We pretty much asked for it. Hey, Trojans! I didn't know condoms knew how to play baseball. Yeah, well, at least we won't have to worry about STDs when we're fucking you in the playoffs. Strike 3. Oh, God damn it. Now, thanks to our verbally abusive coach and all of our shit talking, we were actually a pretty good team. Hell, we even made it to the city championship in our division. And the city championship's a pretty big deal. Everybody's family comes out to watch the game. Is that my Uncle Bob? I thought he was still in prison. Hey, Billy, why don't you keep your fucking mouth shut out there and mind your own business? All right, play ball. Now, we were pretty confident we were going to win this game. That is, we were confident until we seen the team that we had to play against. Because every kid on this goddamn team looked like the fucking Russian from Rocky IV, for Christ's sake. They were huge. They're using our own players as bats and shit. The pitcher's throwing arm is twice the size of his other arm. Everybody on our team's too petrified to swing the bat. God damn it, Mark, lean into it or something. Take one for the team. Holy smokes, did that kid just get murdered by a baseball? Nah, I know a dead kid when I see one. He's all right. All right, Mark, that's what I'm talking about. That's as good as a hit. As good as a hit, Mark.
If he dies, he dies.
By the 3rd inning, we're getting completely destroyed. People are leaving the bleachers and shit. Hey, Billy, if I wanted to see a bunch of guys get their asses pounded in, I would have just stayed in prison. Thanks for nothing. Our coach is in total denial. He just starts swearing at the umpire. God damn it, Blue, why don't you just give him the trophy, you crooked asshole? Hey, buddy, that's not a nice thing to say. I'm gonna throw you out of the game. And just like that, our coach got thrown out of the game. So now we're just standing there with no coach. Well, what do we gotta do now? Coach ourselves? Hey, Dennis, I've seen crippled kids swing a bat better. It's no wonder why your mom has a new boyfriend every other week. By the 5th inning, we're down by like 15 runs. The umpire's looking at us like, look, we all got shit to do today, right? I'm just gonna call the game. They won. We have won. Victory, comrades. Glory to the USSR. So we got mercied in our championship game, which is quite an embarrassing way to lose. Our coach coaches in the parking lot like, "What happened? Did you guys rally together and win the game?" No. We lost so bad that we weren't even allowed to finish the game. Oh, well, that's the way it goes. Just remember, I'm proud of you guys and that you guys played your best, all right? Except for you, Dennis. You played like shit. It's no wonder why your mom's out there selling her body on the streets.
Brewstew.com.
Refresh the everyday with Mentos Gum. Yes to fresh.
This might get stuck in your head.
You have farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Alright, now I think it's safe to say that when you're a kid, there were certain houses in your neighborhood that you would tend to stay away from. I mean, everybody knew where the neighborhood pervert was on the block after all. Hey, you guys want to come inside my house so I can take pictures of your feet? But for me, personally, I was always more worried about the old lady that lived across the street from me. Because this old lady was mean as hell, and she was notorious for yelling at anybody that walked past her house. Get off my property, you little piss bag! I'm on the sidewalk. What the hell do you want me to do? Walk in the middle of the street? Hell, even if you were in your own front yard, minding your own business, Blair Witch, can I just play inside? Listen, I don't care if it's John Wayne Gacy out there staring at you. You get your ass out there and you play outside. And if that wasn't bad enough, she had this big-ass cat that would stare at us as well. And when I say this cat was big, I mean this thing was like the size of a goddamn third grader.
I could eat a baby if I want. I don't give a damn.
It was an outdoors cat. It would just roam around the neighborhood, catch people off guard when they're walking down the street. Oh, what the hell is that, a Kodiak brown bear? Kids, run for your lives. There's a fucking Kodiak brown bear roaming the streets. So naturally, this mean old lady and her fat-ass cat gained quite the reputation amongst us kids. We'd be making up urban legends and shit. I heard she chops up kids with a chainsaw and feeds them to that fat-ass cat of hers. Oh my god, she's making kids into cat food. What the fuck are we gonna do about this? Now, the worst part about this old lady was that every time we played wiffle ball out in the street, it always seemed like the goddamn ball would always end up over a fence and into her backyard. I don't know what it was, but it happened all the time. Like there was a fucking gravitational pull in her backyard that would suck up wiffle balls left and right. One time my friend Michael tried to climb her fence to get a ball back, and that damn old lady tore him a new asshole. Get off my fence, you piss stain! Don't make me sick my fat-ass cat on you! Michael comes walking back, trying to play it off like he wasn't terrified the whole time. Man, that old lady's lucky I didn't walk up there and push her old ass over. Yeah, Michael, you know there's piss all over the front of your pants, right? There's what? Ah, god damn it! So needless to say, the unspoken rule was, any wiffle ball that went in her backyard stayed in her backyard. And the only time we didn't follow that rule was when I lost my sweet, sweet Vortex football over there. You see, if you're not aware, Vortex footballs were a big deal in the 90s. I mean, it's a football shaped like a fucking nuclear weapon, for Christ's sake. It's got whistles on the side. John Elway did all the commercials for him. Hi, I'm John Elway, and I can throw this motherfucker into the stratosphere if I wanted to. So, of course, one day the unthinkable happens. I'm gonna kick the football. Don't kick the football, Michael. Kick it? Don't kick it, goddammit. All right, I'm kicking it. And sure as hell, my Vortex goes straight into that mean old lady's backyard. Oh my god, Michael, what have you done? I don't care if your ass is getting chainsawed in half or not. You're getting your ass over that fence and you're getting that goddamn Vortex football. So Michael approaches the house, knowing his chances of survival are about as good as his shitty kicking abilities. That fat-ass cat's sitting on the porch, licking his lips and shit.
Ooh, looks like I got me a baby to eat.
Somehow Michael gets behind the fence undetected. We're all just standing there, just waiting to hear the sound of a child getting murdered by a chainsaw. Hey Michael, make sure you throw the Vortex before you get your head chopped off, okay? I'm over there praying to John Elway and shit. Please, John Elway, please deliver Michael's misguided ass to my Vortex football. He's willing to die for it, or at least he should be since he kicks like a fucking girl. So like 5 minutes go by and we're starting to lose hope. Well, I think it's safe to say Michael's dead. You guys want to go inside and play Sega Genesis? But then out of nowhere, somehow, Michael fucking gets this Vortex football back. I did it! I got the Vortex! And then all of a sudden, Michael got his fucking head chopped off. Oh my god, what the hell? Alright, no, that didn't happen. In fact, nothing happened that day. We got the football, and we got the hell out of there. And you know why nothing happened? Well, because that old lady fucking died a couple weeks before that. I know that's a shitty ending, but we didn't know it at the time, so it was a big win for us. I mean, we got the Vortex football back, and a couple of wiffle balls on top of it. It wasn't until we seen that her house was up for sale a couple weeks later that we began to piece things together. But even after that mean old lady was gone, her fat-ass cat remained, and he'd still watch us all the goddamn time, licking his lips and shit.
One of these days, little babies, I'm gonna eat you one of these days.
BruceDude.com.
Airheads have more fun.
For 125 years, the people of Firestone have been building products and services with one thing in mind: to make sure you get to where you need to be. So you can show up for the people who rely on you.
Let's go, baby!
For dependability that matches yours. Firestone, always dependable since 1900.
All right, now remember when you were a kid and you'd lay on the living room floor and pretend you were dead just so you could freak out your mom and give her a panic attack? No? You didn't do that as a kid? Oh, well, I did. I did it all the time. I'd be laying on the floor looking like a dead body in an episode of CSI. My mom would walk in and flip out. Oh my God, somebody murdered my kid! And I'd be committed too. I would lay there until I could hear like the first 2 digits of 911 being dialed. Then I'd spring up and be like, surprise, I'm not dead. Isn't that funny? What are you mad? What are you mad at me for? Your son's not dead. You should be happy. Now, why would I do that as a child? Well, that's an easy answer. Just because. Just because is a good enough excuse for you to do anything as a kid. Billy, can you tell me why you tried to flush a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle down the toilet? Because. Because why? Because, just because. I don't know. What do you want from me? I'm a kid, for Christ's sake. For example, in the 5th grade, I told my friend Randy that Stone Cold Steve Austin was my uncle. Now, Stone Cold Steve Austin is a lot of things. He's Austin 316, and he's the Texas Rattlesnake. But one thing that he isn't is my fucking uncle, that's for sure. So why did I tell Ricky that he was? Well, just because, of course. Why the hell not? And Randy was dumb enough to believe it in the first place. Wow, dude, Stone Cold's your uncle? Can I get an autograph? Well, yeah, Randy's my uncle, for Christ's sake. Hell, I could have him Stone Cold Stunner your dad if you wanted me to. So sure as hell the next day, I show up to class with a Post-it note that has a very obviously forged Stone Cold Steve Austin autograph on it. It's obviously in my handwriting. Hell, it's probably misspelled on top of it. I gave that Post-it note to Randy, and his ass almost cried in the classroom. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I'll cherish it always. And that is, well, that's the end of the story. I never told Randy the truth. Hell, his ass probably still has that fucking Post-it note framed in his bedroom, for Christ's sake. My God, Stone Cold Steve Austin had terrible penmanship in the 90s. But that's just the type of shit that you did. You did things just to do them. Like another example. One time I was standing outside my house on a summer day, just doing kid shit, and I see that my next door neighbor, Michael, left his bike outside. So what do I decide to do? Well, I take his bike and I dip his handlebars in a big pile of dog shit. Now, why would I do something like that? Well, just because, of course. That and because Michael got my Vortex football stuck in a tree the week prior. In my mind, his ass deserved it. So a few minutes later, Michael comes outside and gets on his bike. I'm sitting in my front yard waiting for him to put his hand in dog shit and cry like a little girl. But to my surprise, Michael was such a dirty little bastard, his ass didn't even notice. All day long, he's riding throughout the neighborhood, totally oblivious to the shit smattered on his handlebars and his hands. Hey, why's that dirty little kid riding a girl's bike with one training wheel? I don't know, but he smells like a fucking porta potty, I tell you what. Hell, I even seen his ass eat an ice cream sandwich later that day, and I almost threw up in my mouth. This ice cream sandwich tastes like somebody's asshole. Oh well. Now, you had to be careful with the just because excuse, because just because could get you in trouble. Like, for example, one time when I was a kid, I was swinging a wiffle ball bat inside the house like an asshole. Why was I doing that? Well, just because. Goddamn, how many times I gotta say it? So imagine my surprise when the wiffle ball bat flings out of my hand like a fucking boomerang, and it smashes into a 7th grade picture of my sister hanging on the wall. Well, now what am I gonna do? What am I just gonna walk up to my parents like, hey, I was swinging a wiffle ball bat in the house just because, and I broke a bunch of shit? No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do what any 8-year-old's gonna do. I'm gonna try to fix it myself. So I dump all the broken glass in the garbage can and just pray to God nobody's gonna notice a fucking picture frame with no glass in it. I put the wooden panels back together with masking tape and hang it back on the wall, but clearly that's not gonna cut it. It's not exactly inconspicuous, that's for sure. So I grab some crayons and I try to match the wood grain as best as possible. And I have to say I fucking Pablo Picasso'd that thing to perfection. Hell, I think it looked better than it did before I broke it. So I hang it back up on the wall, all confident in my handiwork, and I'll be damned, that picture frame went unnoticed for like 8 years. It wasn't until Until one day my mom was walking through like, hey, what the? Is that masking tape? Hey, there's not even glass in this picture frame. And my ass, who was practically a grown man at this point, was like, oh yeah, I broke that thing when I was like 8 years old, swinging a wiffle ball bat in the house. Why were you swinging a wiffle ball bat in the house? Oh, I don't know. Just because, I guess. So I guess I owe my mom an apology for all the bullshit that I've done, and an apology to Randy for his fake-ass Stone Cold Steve Austin autograph, and hell, even an apology to Michael for, well, you know what? Fuck Michael. He lost my goddamn Vortex football in a tree. But anyways, the moral of the story is, the next time you're trying to figure out why your kid fucking dumped a bottle of nail polish in your driveway, or they duct taped a fucking G.I. Joe to your cat, just know they did it because, well, just because. The end.
BruceDude.com.
What does it mean to care? We take care of those we love. We handle with care. We have skin care, dental care, hair care, child care. We practice self-care. And others, not a care in the world. When it comes to healthcare, you need someone who cares just as much as you do. For over 95 years, we've been caring for those in your community, from childbirth to orthopedics to cancer care and every care in between. Little company, big care.
New sulfate-free hair care by Suave. No sulfates, no parabens, no mineral oils. Just glossy shine, deep moisture, and vibrant color that lasts. Suave. No, never felt so good.
Alright, now like any kid that grew up in the 80s and 90s, I spent a lot of my time playing games outside. And one of those games was good old-fashioned Cops and Robbers. Now, I don't know the exact rules to Cops and Robbers, or if there are even any actual rules to begin with. I even Googled how to play Cops and Robbers like an idiot, and the one article I read said you had to use like hula hoops and beanbags. And I'm like, what the hell? That's not how I played Cops and Robbers when I was a kid. The way we played it was you had one kid be the robber, and then the rest of you just chased his ass all over the neighborhood with like a wiffle ball bat or something. Sure, I guess we weren't playing by the official Cops and Robbers rulebook, according to Google, but I think our version was way better than any of that hula hoop beanbag bullshit. I mean, for one, we were definitely more imaginative with the game. We would like dress up for it and shit. We'd make up characters and crazy-ass storylines like we were some kind of shitty improv group. All right, I'm gonna be the grizzled veteran cop who's past his prime but keeps working for better Social Security benefits. David, you're gonna be the rookie cop that has a drinking problem because you're going through a bitter divorce. And Michael, you're a convicted pedophile that's escaped from prison. Ready? Let's play. Hey, wait a minute. Why do I gotta be the stupid pedophile again? Because, Michael, we can't all be cops, all right? That's not how you play Cops and Robbers, after all. Well, then why can't I just be a robber? Because you're a goddamn convicted pedophile. That's your role. For fuck's sake, just follow the goddamn rules. Now, what these rules were, I don't really recall, but I'm pretty sure every game of cops and pedophiles went a whole lot like this. First, we'd chase Michael around the neighborhood with a wiffle ball bat and a broken Nerf gun. Then we'd get him cornered, and we'd do a few lines of dialogue to help push the narrative. Aha! Gotcha, Michael! Looks like your fucking Fondland days are over.
My home life is falling apart, but justice still has to be served.
And then Michael would get hit in the teeth with a wiffle ball bat. Then he'd run home crying like Nancy Kerrigan before the '94 Olympics. And then me and David would go play Sega Genesis at his house. That's pretty much how every game of Cops and Robbers went when we were kids. That is until one day, after watching an episode of Law & Order one afternoon, I came up with a new variation of Cops and Robbers. And that variation was what I like to call Crooked Cops and Robbers. Yeah, that's right. In this version, we were no longer the squeaky clean cops with mustaches. Now we were the dirty cops with fucking 5 o'clock shadows. And just like before, I would set the storyline and give everybody their roles. Okay, I'm gonna be the cop that extorts people and takes bribes from the Colombian cartel. David, you're gonna be the cop that is questioning his morals, as well as going through a second bitter divorce. And Michael, well, fuck it. You're gonna be an escaped pedophile that slings smack on the streets. Okay, got it. Wait a minute, what? I still gotta be a stupid pedophile? God damn it, Michael, you're missing the point. You're not just a pedophile, you're a drug-dealing pedophile. Oh, well, all right then. Now, really, this version was no different than the regular Cops and Robbers, but, well, the dialogue was a little bit more extreme, if you will. Listen here, Mr. Drug Dealer. If you're gonna sling your smack out on the streets, you're gonna have to play ball with us. I'll sling my barbiturates wherever I want. I ain't playing ball with shit.
I'm having trouble recognizing what is right and what is wrong.
Well, it looks like we're playing hardball. It's Nerf or nothing, bitch. Now keep this in mind. We'd be doing this shit in broad daylight in the middle of the fucking neighborhood. There'd be people walking their dogs and shit. Aw, look at the sweet children playing their little games. Quick, we have to plant the cocaine on the dead body before the cartel finds us. Wait, what? What did he say?
I don't know if I can do it. My morality is becoming a cause of concern.
What in the hell are they doing? God damn it, plant the cocaine, Johnson! Do it now!
I can't do it. What would my estranged wife think of me?
I'm dead! God damn it, Michael, keep your mouth shut! Do it now, Johnson, or I'll blow your fucking face off with my 44! Hey! Hey, you kids! What on earth are you guys doing? We're just playing Crooked Cops and Robbers. What does it look like? Crooked Cops and Robbers? How the hell do you play Crooked Cops and Robbers? Like this? Well, you want to go play Sega Genesis? Yeah, let's go play fucking Sega Genesis.
On the next episode of Crooked Cops and Robbers, will Officer Johnson retire from the force? Will the convicted pedophile play ball with the law? And most importantly, will the boys beat Stage 7 in the Streets of Rage for the Sega Genesis? Find out next Saturday around 5:30 after Are You Afraid of the Dark is over on Nickelodeon. Crooked Cops and Robbers! Hit you in the teeth with a wiffle ball bat.
Brewstew.com.
Vistaprint is where your big ideas become bold apparel, so you can wear and share your brand in custom t-shirts, hats, hoodies, and more. Just think it, click it, and print it with Vistaprint. Print your possible with 20% off your first order at Vistaprint.com.
I'm one of the most annoying people to walk around Chicago with because instead of pointing out all the beautiful architecture and the buildings, I'm pointing out all my flags. And I can tell my flags from a mile away for the most part. My name is Carl Gus Porter III, and I am president and CEO of WGN Flag and Decorating Company and the Flag King of Chicago. WGN was started by my great-grandfather in 1916. Very, illustrious story. He purchased a flag from a street vendor, walked down the street, sold it for twice what he paid for it.
All right, so a few years ago, my wife and I were having a little date night. Dinner and a movie and all that jazz. We were in the car on the way to the theater to go see the movie The Joker with Joaquin Phoenix. I have to say I was pretty excited. I've been a big fan of Joaquin Phoenix ever since the movie Signs. When he murdered that alien with a baseball bat and a glass of water. Spoilers. But my wife, on the other hand, was not very excited because she hates going to movie theaters. She thinks that every time we go there, we're gonna end up with bed bugs or some type of body lice. And sure, that may be so, but we're talking about Joaquin Phoenix as a Joker. I will take my chances with a body louse, all right? They got shampoo for that kind of thing. I'll be fine. So on the way to the theater, we're sitting at a red light, and I look over to my left, and I see what is one of my favorite things in the whole wide world. Some idiot in the middle of a field sobriety test. Oh, sweet, look at that drunk guy's about to get a DWI. What? Where? I want to see. Now, I don't know if it's wrong to get a lot of enjoyment out of somebody living out their most embarrassing moment in their life. But, it's their decision to drive drunk in the first place, so I don't really give a shit. What we see is this guy that's probably in his late 50s, and he's just absolutely eating shit at this sobriety test. All right, now I want you to touch your pinky to your nose and name all four of the Golden Girls. Oh, shit. Betty White, fucking Edith Bunker, maybe? Nope, that's All in the Family, you drunk piece of shit. All right, let's blow into the tube and see how much of a drunk piece of shit you are. And then you got this dude's wife that's still in the car. She's yelling out of the passenger window like some kind of wild animal. Don't blow into the tube, Peter! Don't do it, it's a trap! God damn it, Barbara, I have it under control. I'm not blowing anybody's tube, you pervert. I only had 2 margaritas tonight. I am fine. Meanwhile, we're watching all this go down in mid-traffic. It's like our own personal episode of Cops happening right in front of us. I can hear the fucking reggae music in the background. There's like a fat guy with a camera and some Rastafarian guy on the street corner.
Nobody now give you no break. Police now give you no break.
Meanwhile, the light's been green at the intersection for God knows how long. There's people behind us honking their horn and shit. Hey, buddy, it's just a goddamn DWI. They're a dime a dozen in Ohio. Pull your ass over if you want to stop and stare. I look at my wife, and she looks back at me, and without saying a word, you bet your ass we pulled over in a parking lot across the street, and we watched how this little personal episode of Cops was gonna end. To hell with the Joker, we can catch that shit on Netflix. This is totally better than a movie, right? Holy hell, way better. And there's no fucking body lice to worry about. So of course the cop ends up arresting this guy. Well, now this dude's wife really starts losing her shit. Hey, you can't arrest him, he has medical problems. He's old, and his prostate is the size of a goddamn cantaloupe. Hey, yeah, that's right, I do have an enlarged prostate. I suffer from frequent urination, goddammit, I can't go to jail. Well, regardless of this guy's